right. Good day, good day, good day. You know what day it is. What day is it? Tuesday, tea with D. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Tuesday, tea with D. A. Tuesday, tea with D. A. Tuesday, tea with D. A. Tuesday, tea with D. Mmm. I made this nice and hot for us on this beautiful Tuesday, tea with D. And this is a mango black tea, which is really good. And it smells so good. It's like a candle. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, mm. Let me put that down. I'll be distracted, y'all. So this is your girl, Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, and I Speak Life mentor, here to help you get out of your own way and get to the business of living. And one of the ways is coming to you every single Tuesday via video, just with tips, tools, strategies, just a little something, something to help you get out of your own way. Take like just one step to get you unstuck and get started. And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about the topic, fix your focus. Okay. And really, this topic actually stemmed from a conversation that we had. We're in November. This is the first week of November of 2020, and we're doing what I have done over the past probably 8 or 9 years, called 30 Days of Thanks. And so, if you do not have, I'm just gonna put a shameless plug in here, my book or my journal. Do 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 you want to go to trueheartspeaks.com/book to get your copy and join us for these 30 days. I do a live reading every single year, and I've done it twice this year. And well, this is the second time that I've done it, and we read every single day. And so at any rate, we were talking about being thankful for your current situation, and one of the things that I mentioned during that time is that sometimes it's hard for us to be thankful in our current situation if we're not present in our current situation. And that brought me to today, when and really just this conversation, which I hadn't planned it that way, but in our conversation of fixing your focus and just realizing that where your focus is where you tend to spend the majority of your time, right? And so if you focus on sadness, or you focus on a specific situation, so like today is election day in America, and there are lots of emotions happening today. There have been lots of emotions happening all year round, but specifically today, people are, just emotionally all over the place, right? And so there are people who are having conversations about what self-care looks like, about pulling away and refocusing. And so my challenge to you today and this week is to fix your focus, right? Decide where your focus has to be, decide where you want your focus to go, and focus it there. Now, I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that it won't be, a challenge or maybe a struggle for you to refocus yourself, especially if you watch the news a lot. If you've been watching, like if you're watching TV all day, every day, then it might be a challenge for you, but not if you're not if you make a decision today to fix your focus, that you're not going to watch the news all day, every day, so that it dictates your emotions, that your anxiety is high, your depression is super low, like just all of the things that kind of are triggers for you. Like sometimes you have to decide that you're going to fix your focus, right? You're going to decide where your focus is going to be. You're going to decide, right? You're going to decide. You're not going to let it decide for you, right? You're going to control your emotions. You're not going to let your emotions control you. You're going to dominate your emotions, right? And not let your emotions dominate you. And so there's a saying that says, what you feed leads. And so if you feed certain things, then that is where, that's what leads, right? Joyce Myers, who is a very prominent preacher that I follow, she says, where the mind goes, the man follows. And so we have to decide where your focus goes, that's where you follow, right? And so you have to decide where your focus is going to be. If you've got projects that have to happen, if you have decided that you're going to be present with your family, present with your spouse, present with your children, if that's where your focus is going to be, then that's where you need to fix your focus, right? And so if you're going to be present in a situation, then you can't be focused on tomorrow. You got to be focused on today. If you're going to be present in the day, then you also have to decide what you're going to focus on in that specific day, right? And so you can't really focus on where you've been. I don't want you to focus even on where you're going. I want you to focus on where you are, right? I want you to be present in that space and control that space, right? And so even if you're in a space that is not the best, right? And so day 2 of 30 days of thanks says being thankful for your current situation. And so our current situation is not always ideal. Our current situation is not always pretty plum. It's not always peaches and cream, right? It is not always cherries on top, right? All of the fruits, right? It is not always the good things, right? Sometimes you got to be able to tap into what's on the inside of you and decide that regardless of what is going on around you, that you are going to fix your focus on peace. You're going to fix your focus on joy. You're going to fix your focus on being present, on family, on gratitude, on thankfulness, that there is always something to be thankful for. I'm excited. Can you tell? So, today, I want you to decide, despite everything that is happening in this country, that's happening in various cities, that is happening all over the world, that I want you to decide where your focus is going to go. And if your focus is going to go anywhere, maybe you need to fix your focus on Jesus. Maybe you need to fix your focus on God. Maybe you need to fix your focus on the creator of the universe, right? The one who created everything, the one who knows the end from the beginning, the one whose future, whose past is our future, right? He has always already been in the future and already knows what's going to happen before we know it's going to happen. And so maybe we rest in him. Maybe we rest in knowing that he has got this thing all under control. And so maybe we fix our focus on him and say, Lord, you know what? It may not be perfect, but I trust you. And I'm going to rest in that, excuse me, that you know how this thing plays out, right? That you have an understanding. Like, there are some things that maybe I'm going to stop carrying and I'm going to let you carry them. There's some things that I'm going to stop taking on and I'm going to let you do that, right? And so with that being said, decide today where you're going to fix your focus. Decide today where you're not going to fix your focus, right? Decide. And part of that has to do with boundaries. I teach boundaries specifically with my private coaching clients. If that's something you're interested in, let's book a breakthrough session at trueheartspeaks.as.me/get unstuck. We can have conversation about what that looks like. Just creating boundaries around saying no, around time, around focus, around the things that are important to you as opposed to the things that are important to them, right? Everybody's emergency is not your urgency, right? It just is what it is. That's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I'll do a video on it. But at any rate, I want you to fix your focus. I want you to decide where your focus is going to be today, where your focus is going to be this week, where your focus is going to be for the rest of the month. We're in a new month now. Where your focus is going to be for the rest of the year. We're already less than 60 days into the year, right? Before the end of the year. Where is your focus going to be? You can decide that. You decide that, right? And so because you decide that, you may not be able to change everything around you, but you can decide how you respond to it. And you also can decide how it affects you internally, right? That thing doesn't have to break you. That thing doesn't have to cause you into a deep depression. That thing doesn't have to send you over the bridge, right? Where you're just like, oh, that thing sent me over it, just like where you're all over the place. It doesn't have to if you decide that it's not going to ahead of time. Fix your focus and decide where your focus is going to be and take it one day at a time. Be present in the moment, right? We can't be thankful for our current situation if we're not present in it. That's real talk, right? So with that being said, I have a special announcement. I have my inaugural iSpeaklife empowerment experience for women is coming back December 11th, 12th, and 13th. I haven't done it in 2 years, and this year is a 3-day virtual event. And so if you are interested in pre-sale tickets have not gone on sale yet. It is not out for, to the public yet. Like literally, if you're watching this, then you're learning about this. But it has only been shared through email and through some social media. And so if you're interested, I want you to email me at info@trueheartspeaks.com, info@trueheartspeaks.com, or if you follow me on social media, inbox me and say you want the iSpeaklife Live pre-sale. iSpeaklife Live pre-sale. It's going to be bananas. We'll talk more about that at a later date, but literally this specific theme for this year is get out of your own way and get in position. God has been talking to me about making sure that I position you for where he is taking you, right? Where he is taking you, I should say. And so for many of you, you are out of position. You have become stalled. Your focus is out of focus. And so I want to help you get back in focus or figure out what that looks like so that as God is positioning you in family and ministry and marketplace, all of the things, right, that you are exactly where you need to be where and you're where he wants you to be when he wants you to be there. Okay. So with that being said, I hope today was a good tea with D for you. It was good for me. Ooh, I let this sit for a little bit, y'all. And as you let it sit, it just that the flavors, oh my goodness, this is so good. So good. So be sure that you are following me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you turn on all of the notifications so that you get access and you're notified when I go live or when I post. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you join me every single Wednesday live for the Morning Life Scope on Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope at 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for the entire month of November, I want you to join me on Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 30 Days of Thanks Live. I will see you next time. I will see you next week for another edition of Tuesday Tea with D.